Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Teach Astronomy. I just forgot my intro. My name is Victoria, but you can call me Vicky. But today you can call me Kai. Oh my god, I think I've had either too much or too little caffeine today. But I spaced on that intro. But hello and welcome, everyone. We're playing some D&D in space. As per usual, ignore the lower part of the screen. I mean, don't ignore it. It's Kyle. Kyle's great, but he won't have a bar through his screen forever. We're waiting on Michael again. But while we do, I'm going to allow Grant to give us a little recap if you are new here or if you just missed last week and you're ready to go on another adventure. So, Grant, you want to take over?
That I will. Welcome, everyone. If you're new here, these are the continuing adventures of the Starship Endurance, a colony ship several centuries out from Earth. Hi, Michael.
Hello.
And specifically the Endurance away team, also known as the Red Shirts, also known as potentially the Expendables. We'll see. And so far in our adventure, everybody's been... Our crew here, Kai, Eris, and Leaf, have been woken up to go and check out an advanced outpost with a couple of away teams on it who went quiet. And what originally started as a simple repair mission has turned into anything but. And that's, I mean, aside from the nitty gritty, they found a pet. They've encountered killer robots, and
Several of us have almost died.
A couple of them have almost died. And Leaf miraculously didn't die when he probably should have. And yeah, it's been a wild ride so far.
Yeah. So I believe last week we left off on us about to enter a cave. I don't know if that's the right word, but I think it was kind of a cave in the quarry section of this planet where some weird stuff has been talking to us through a computer that Leaf has. But before we jump straight into it, actually, you know what? Normally we do a channel prediction thing, and I want to do one, but sometimes it takes a little bit for some people to get here. So I'll give it like 10 minutes, and then we'll pick a channel prediction for the day, so then people can actually vote on it.
Before we get too much farther, let's make sure, just in case there is anyone new, players, go ahead and introduce yourselves and who your characters are. That'll help out.
All right. Well, I am Kypris, and I am the pilot of the group, and I am an heirloom human, which basically is a fancy name for just being a good old-fashioned human. That's it. Yeah.
Okay. I am Eris. I am a synthetic, which means I am basically a robot. I look pretty human though. Most of the things I do are pretty human. But definitely sort of on the robot side of things, which just led to some interesting adventures here, where we've been killing a lot of robots, and it's been very sad for me personally. But yeah, so that's I think that's. Oh, I'm a scout. If I didn't say that, that's my role here. So I'm very sneaky, which is come in handy.
And I am Leaf. I'm our psionic adept hacker and also a variant B human, which is more commonly known as an elf. Squishy, but it's okay because I have a pet.
I think you froze for just a second, but basically he said he's squishy. But it's okay.
Yes, he's squishy, but he's got... Yes.
My internet connection is very unstable today.
Yikes.
So this is going to be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. On a related note, I do apologize for being a couple minutes late for like the third time. I have a meeting right before this, but cool science happened today. We were looking at some interesting results, and in science, when you get interesting results, you need to keep following them and keep talking about them. So it ran a little long, but cool science was happening.
That's
so
exciting.
That's always fun.
The only thing you missed was me botching my intro for the first time in a year and a half, so that was fun. I forgot my name, so...
Look, that'll happen, especially playing D&D where you're also another person.
Exactly.
You know?
That's the thing.
Imagine how confusing things get for me some days. All right. That being said, where we left off, you guys were about to enter a cave that was kind of collapsed at the bottom of the quarry. You decided not to take the truck, if memory serves, and it's essentially the three of you in your spacesuits with Wonder the Weasel tagging along.
I have a lot of conflicting feelings about Wonder the Weasel.
As you should, I think.
Also, this is a behind the scenes little thingy. Grant, can you do me a quick favor and turn your volume down just slightly in Zoom when you get a chance? But before we start, who wants to? I think there's only a few people here, but whoever says it first. What color dye? Red, blue and purple, or gray? Kyle unfortunately does not have his big bag of dice, so he has to use a digital die today, which is very sad.
Why not?
So I left them at another D&D session.
He betrays us and plays with another group.
Yeah.
How dare he?
Purple, Lynn Jersey, thank you. All right, purple it is. All right.
Purple it shall be.
Yeah, so I guess we're walking into this cave. Kai,
All right.
Kai's got her working gun. I think it's the laser pistol.
Yeah, the laser pistol's still working.
Yeah, just, ready to go. Because this is not feeling great.
How, just as sort of a check, how far is it until... Can you explain what we can see in the cave a little bit?
Of course.
Should we do a spot check?
Of course.
Yeah, should we do a spot check? We did this last time, and I don't really remember what we saw.
Yeah, you don't. I'm not going to make you make a spot check because I kind of gave you everything you needed at the beginning last time. So, here's what you see as you get over the debris. You find yourselves in a wide, slightly curved tunnel. To your left, the ceiling has collapsed and blocks the way. It looks like it would take a long time to get all of that rubble out of the way. And to your right, the tunnel just continues into darkness. There are a few occasional stones. There seems to be a thick layer of dust on the ground. And when you look up at the ceilings and on walls and ceiling, there's only one ceiling, you notice that there is a subtle pulse of dark blue on occasion, just going through the passageway. And it seems to be some sort of inlaid technology. Whatever it is, you don't have a close enough look or necessarily the tools to get a close enough look at it.
Is this like, have you played Breath of the Wild, Grant?
No, sadly.
Okay, never mind, because I was going to ask if it's a very specific part of Breath of the Wild, if it looks like that. But, okay. In this, is there any sort of, I've been listening to too much normal D&D, but is there any sort of Arcana-esque check that Kai can do as far as like looking to see if this thing is mechanical or like just real spooky?
There are a couple of things I can think of to do. The closest thing to like Arcana would be Psycraft, which I believe Leaf has. And Leaf could run a Psycraft check to see if maybe this is of psionic origin. From a technological standpoint, you'd either have to do a repair check to see if you can take it apart, or a knowledge check regarding technology to see if you can tease out what it might be.
I think
Leaf is definitely going to do that.
Yeah, I'm going to do a knowledge check as far... Well, okay, so I have knowledge of physics.
I mean, you might be able to tease something out with a knowledge of physics.
Okay, cool. I'm actually very good at physics in this world. Wow, not in real life. But I got a 18.
It's useful for being a pilot in 0G, I will say that.
That's true.
Okay, so that was an 18 for your knowledge physics.
Mm-hmm.
Knowledge physics, you would recognize that sort of pale, brilliant blue as a radiation emission.
Oh.
Like what you'd see. Your characters would be familiar with this from like an old nuclear reactor. Yes.
Okay, so it's like nuclear radiation. Like it's light.
Yeah,
it's
all light is radiation.
I mean,
we know. He means
Yeah.
nuclear radiation. He wouldn't.
That's what I was wondering. I wanted to clarify, but Grant sort of
Yes,
clarified right at
yes,
the end. But I had to
nuclear
explain why I made a weird face.
Yeah, no, I should have clarified a little bit better. The specific blue tone of light that you would see coming off of nuclear radiation.
Ooh.
And it's pulsing. Your suits do have a very basic Geiger counter system in them. Pretty much a lot of basic sensors your suit will have when it comes to keeping you safe. Those are not going off.
That's good.
So whatever
So
it is, you are
radiation
not getting
affect-
irradiated.
Does it affect synthetics?
I would say yes. It would mess with your ability to see. It would mess with your ability to think. Unless you
Those are
are
important.
unless you are specifically shielded against radiation, you would suffer effects from it. Alrighty, and Leaf was going to roll a check too, correct?
Yeah. So Leaf, with his weirdly considerable knowledge of both technology and physics and arcane lore, would like to also inspect this stuff.
Okay.
And see if he can figure out a little bit more about what's going on here.
Okay, which roll specifically are you going to do?
Uh,
Are you going to just roll multiple times for each check you're running? Because I mean, it's a decent walk that you guys are in for. I would assume that you've got time.
I think Leaf is the curious type, and
Press
he's
the
got
button
time.
and see what it does.
Yeah, but first you have to figure out which things are buttons.
Oh god.
Okay,
Oh god.
that's fair. That's fair. Okay, just let me know which check you're rolling and what the result is.
I guess we'll go with technology first.
Okay.
And that is a 5 plus 8, which is our 13. I can math.
It's advanced technology. It's you can tell this much. It's beyond anything that is on board, say, your shuttlecraft. Probably even beyond anything that's on board the Endurance. Whatever this is, it's special.
Wow.
But it is in fact advanced technology.
Oh yes.
Cool.
Also- Oh, go ahead. You gonna do something else?
I was gonna just keep rolling things
Oh,
until
right.
something happens.
Until I inevitably throw a random encounter at you guys, probably. Okay.
Were you gonna say something?
Me? Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, it doesn't fit in the prediction bar. Okay, I will shorten it. But I wanted to do the prediction because we said we were gonna do that. And I thought it would be fun because I was like, should we just do like a will one of us roll a critical fail? That seems too easy. One of us will.
One of us will.
It's gonna happen. But how about this? Will we roll more crit fails or nat 20s today? Total.
Okay. Which means one of us needs to keep track, so I'm gonna pull out a... Okay.
Well, it depends. Are we counting his rolls?
It means I'd have to tell you.
Yeah,
which
you have
means
to tell. You have to tell us.
Well, you'd have to tell us after at the end.
All right, let me just make sure I'm on the right page here. This is the problem with having a notebook that I put literally all sorts of random scribbles in. I end up forgetting what pages are important and which ones are not. Okay, here we go. All right.
Okay, I'm gonna start that prediction in like just a second, but
Also, Lynn Jersey says, yikes, leaf plus buttons equals flame emoticon. Yes. Sometimes. All right, next roll. Go for it.
Actually, before I roll again, having identified that this is very advanced technology, I'd like to ask Bessie what this is.
All the computer responds is you will know more when you reach your destination.
the computer is now integrated into your suit, right?
Connected, but sure.
Connected, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's not. Yeah, it's not part of it, but you connected it through the suit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is
Wild choice.
Wonder the Weasel acting
On a leash.
acting strange? Like, does it seem like they would like to go forward, or they're apprehensive of this cave? Like, are they reacting to
Really?
any of our surroundings?
Got an animal handle.
I will say this. Wonder the Weasel, I'm assuming Leaf is still feeding them bits of trail ration. So as long as there's trail ration involved, Wonder the Weasel seems to be okay.
How many
But
rations
isn't like
are we-
reacting strangely to anything. is just sort of hanging out as though we were outside.
At the moment, yes. At the moment, it looks like it. They are only focused on their treats that they're getting.
Okay.
All right. I mean, I think we just keep going
Yeah, just walk.
forward until we notice something, like until we notice a significant change, I would say, right?
Yeah.
Yes, I guess while we're walking along, I'd like to do an arcane lore knowledge check,
Okay.
just to see if there's anything beyond technology happening here.
Okay.
That's a 27.
Jesus Christ.
Okay. What am I gonna give you? I will say this: you kind of, it's gonna kind of tune into your psionic sixth sense that you've just got naturally. You get the sense that this is some sort of carrier wave. You're not entirely sure what it is, but each time one of those pulses pass through, you just feel the hairs on the back of your neck prickle a little bit. So there's definitely something else at work here. It could be psionic. It could be just highly advanced technology that reaches similar, dare I say, wavelengths and functions as psionic powers. But you recognize that this technology is advanced enough that it's to a point where it might be able to mess with your powers if it was designed to do so. It should be mentioned for clarity in this world. Psionic powers are a thing that humanity evolved in this world. However, humanity does not fully understand it yet. So the fact that this alien technology is able to get on that wavelength is something of note, because not even humans have been able to do it.
I like the idea of I mean, that kind of comes with the territory of like all like psionic adept people are like, yeah, I'm gonna learn this wild thing. Do I understand it enough to like make sure it doesn't kill me? No. And Leaf's just like, yeah, this is good.
Pretty much.
I can summon a shield with my mind. Which is really important when you press as many buttons as I do.
Oh, yes.
And are as squishy as you are.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Are we... Tell us when we should make a spot check.
Yeah, like how far have we traveled?
Yeah.
I will say this. Over the course of about half an hour, you get pretty far into this cave. The only light you have is from your suits right now. Jesus. And it goes a pretty good distance. These are powerful lights on your suits. And it's just you have the ability to you have breakthrough sound systems. You can hear what's going on outside, and it's just quiet and echoey. You can hear your footsteps echoing off of these walls. And at a certain point, you start seeing something materializing out of the darkness ahead of you. It looks like two more or less spherical objects. And as you get a little bit closer, they begin to resolve into what look like vehicles of some kind.
Oh no.
At least that's probably the best word you've got for them.
So they're like rolling on the ground.
No, they are stationary. And judging by the dust and the rubble,
the ground.
Judging by the dust and the rubble, they've been there a long time too. One of them seems to be intact. It's got a hatch in its side and what looks like 4 little modules on what you would consider corners of the thing. The other one, half of the modules have been knocked off by something, and it's kind of off kilter, dug into the ground. As Michael mimes everything for us. And just beyond these, you notice in the side of a wall, there is a passage.
Interesting. How close would I have to get to these things to do a... Well, no, I can see them, right?
Can I see them? Yeah.
Can I do a little, I don't know if this is spot or another knowledge check of like what these are, like as far as if they're normal mining equipment or...
I'm gonna say you do not recognize them.
Okay.
That's pretty clear. You don't even need a spot check. Just from the manifest that the crew had, you know this is not human. And it's also just, it doesn't match any kind of vehicle you've ever seen.
But it still definitely like looks like a vehicle. It's not like a metal creature.
I mean, you'll have to get a little bit closer to determine that for sure, but
no.
I would like to get closer and take a look around, take a look inside.
Okay.
You guys stay here.
You being a metal creature as well, I'm sure you can. Yeah, you go talk to the possible metal creature.
I'm gonna go check this out. Kai, maybe have a gun pointed up and ready.
Oh,
in case
I already
something
do.
pops.
Don't
Okay.
worry.
Just
How about we don't shoot anything, given that we are kind of surrounded by technology that's a heck of a lot more advanced than us, and also whatever's controlling it is connected to my life support?
I don't want to shoot anything, but be ready in case something tries to kill me.
It's my job, Leaf. I'm the turret.
Okay.
Yeah, but every
I'm
time
going to
you
go
shoot
take a
something,
look.
I almost die.
I've literally
That's
been
more-
a breath away from death twice now since we've gotten to this planet, like earlier today. So yeah, I get it.
I've come nowhere near death, so now it's my turn to
so
take the
you go.
risks.
I'll just.
Yeah.
I whisper to Leaf, I'm not gonna shoot anything, like immediately. I don't even know where I would shoot. There's what? I don't know what this
Like,
thing is.
At least
It's
wait
just
for me
making
to
him feel
ask.
better.
At least wait for me to ask Bessie before you shoot anything.
That's fine.
Oh yeah.
Oh, ask
Maybe
Bessie.
ask Bessie.
I mean,
What
you can go,
things
Iris,
are?
but like you can ask
Yeah,
Bessie.
okay, I'm
Hey,
walking up
Bessie,
to
what are these things, Bessie?
Bessie begins processing for a second. Eris, you're up by these things, and do you approach the one that's a little bit broken and kind of crashed into the ground, or do you approach the one that looks like it's just sitting there?
Seems
I
like
approach the one that looks like it's just sitting there.
Okay, yeah. It's you come around the side where the hatch appears to be open. Peer inside, and it looks like there are seats and a control panel, and what looks like some sort of view screen that's just completely coated in dust on the outside.
Gonna wipe that off and try and turn it on.
Okay.
By try to turn on, I'm gonna just sort of touch around. I press
Just-
anything I see, just sort of touch it,
just sort of.
Okay.
screen it.
Okay. Let's see what happens. Oh, not only is that below the threshold I was looking at, it's 13 as well. Okay. There aren't actually many buttons to press, but you find a touch panel that you tap a couple of times and it sort of flickers and lights up, but you can't make heads or tails. It's in a script and language you've never seen before. And it doesn't even look like a control panel logic that makes any sense to you.
Okay. Okay.
It should be mentioned. This is something for you to decide for Eris. I don't know how many languages Eris knows, but probably a couple. It doesn't match any form of human communication you've ever seen.
Okay. I mean, that makes sense. Guys, this thing is still sort of turning on. Doesn't make any sense, but it's maybe functional. We can maybe, I don't know, can you bring Bessie over here?
Does Bessie have an answer for us?
Before we get to that, Kai and Leaf,
Oh no.
I'm gonna have you both make spot checks. Eris, your head's inside an alien-like vehicle, so you if there is something to see, you're not gonna see it.
Makes sense.
I got a. Hold on. Yes, unnatural 20.
There's one nat 20.
Unnatural.
Unnatural.
Oh, unnatural.
Yes.
Never mind.
19
Never
plus
mind.
1.
It's okay, though, because I got a nat 1.
Oh no.
I was waiting for Bessie's response.
Yes, you are completely focused on Bessie. All right, so that's one tick for nat ones.
I'm also petting Wonder. I'm just very distracted.
This very, very soft, strange, giant alien weasel creature.
It's so fluffy.
Fluffy and toothy as well, and full of claws. Okay, well,
And full of ration packs.
Now, yes. So, hang on. Just really.
See. What do my
Kai.
non-elf eyes see?
You're just kind of keeping an eye out on things, turning your head around. The flashlight is kind of attached to your helmet, so it follows wherever you're looking. And you're just looking around the cave, taking a look at what Eris is doing, the sidewalls. And as you go up the sidewalls to the ceiling, you see an amorphous blob of something black.
Guys.
And it's kind of squelching along over to above where Eris is.
Actually, I'm not gonna say that as loudly as that may have suggested. Guys, there is it's a big bug. I think there's something on the seal. Eris, watch out.
And Eris, as you say that,
you said it's like a headlamp?
Yeah, it's attached either. I'll leave this up to you. It's either attached up top or to the side of the helmet. It's up to you.
Just gonna point it up. Then be like, yo.
Okay. When this thing detects light on it, there's a. What kind of noise would this make? Kind of a splorch-ish noise as it lets go of the ceiling. And Eris, make a reflex save for me, please.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I tried to warn you.
Okay.
And because you did get warning, I'll let you do that reflex save at an advantage. So roll twice.
I only rolled a 5 the first time. Got a 14 the second, so 21.
21. Okay. Yeah,
Thank
you
so
managed.
much, Kai.
You dodge out of the way as this whatever the hell it is just splats onto the ground right next to you. It's close enough though where you're technically kind of in melee combat with it, and it kind of rises up and swats at you with a chunk of its mass.
Oh.
And rolls a 19 versus AC.
That
Okay.
has to hit, sir.
Yeah, it does. My armor is, I think it was 15, although now I don't see it anywhere here. Yeah, 15.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it does 12 points of damage. It hits you good with that smack.
12 points of damage?
Mm-hmm.
I'm down to 4.
Welcome
Wait,
to my
you weren't
world.
healed before.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's got robot repair patches on him if he
I
wants
do.
to
I
use
can.
one.
No, I healed from 13 to 16
Oh, okay.
when I healed earlier. Yeah,
Okay.
I didn't heal very much, but I did heal earlier.
Okay.
Yeah, so now I'm down to 4.
Shoot.
So like I mentioned before, it is now my turn to nearly die.
Are we in
Everyone
combat?
gets a turn. Oh yes, everyone's in combat.
so-
Please roll your initiative.
Does Bessie have an answer for me?
Bessie's still loading. Bessie says, deal with this first.
Bessie responds that it's actually a old transport craft, long defunct.
Great. Now, is this thing
A friend.
something we should kill?
Yes.
Or is it like, or should
Eliminate-
we leave this thing alone?
Eliminate immediately.
Great.
I rolled an 11.
15.
16.
So an 11 for Eris, a 16 for Kai,
15.
15 for Kai. And what was Leaf?
16.
Oh, nice.
Right. Now it's time for... Holy moly, Wonder is quick on the draw here. Wonder got a 21.
Oh my god!
And Wonder sees this thing, yelps, and runs the other way. With a ration pack for the road, I might add.
We lost our dog.
They're just
Your dog.
they're
Sure,
just
he'll be
they're
back.
yeah they're gone for a little bit. They know who's got the ration packs. So that means with Wonder well and truly out of the way for a little while, Leaf, you're up first.
Yeah, Leaf is going to immediately activate his force screen, and I should note that he actually never got rid of the inertial armor.
Okay, so you're just adding that extra little bit of protection. What does that bring your armor class up to, out of curiosity? Is this like +4 and then +4, right? Something like that?
Yeah, that brings it up to 21.
Nice. Okay. Good to know.
Also,
Alrighty.
Mick said they need to compose some space battle music for you guys. Mick, friend of the channel. That would be so cool. Eventually, we want to have music for these because it would be like a cool and now we're in initiative.
Yes.
We're working on it.
Cue musical stings now. Soon, hopefully. Installed next Tuesday.
Oh yeah.
All right. Leaf, are you gonna do anything else with your turn?
Oh right, I forgot I can do other things.
Hit it.
Yes. You can move. You can do one other action if you so choose.
You can hit it.
With what?
Yeah, seriously.
Something.
Punch it with your noodle arms.
I say, like, legitimately, I don't think Leaf actually has weapons.
Can you
Shoot it
not
with a stim pack.
Can you not do that? No. Well, you could shoot Eris with a repair patch if you have any, right?
They don't work that way.
They don't work
you
that
have
way.
You have to walk up behind him and slap the repair patch on him.
That sucks.
You know what? Yeah, actually, I'm gonna walk up behind, mind you, behind Eris, and slap a repair patch on him.
Okay, which repair patch are you using?
I only have one kind.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think I have all the class 4 ones. I have a couple of those left.
All right, then roll 1d8 + 1 for that healing.
One of you.
That brings
Took
me
me a
down to
second.
2 patches.
1d8 + 1.
Hmm?
5. So I
You
healed
recover.
5.
Yeah, you're back up to, what is it, 9 now?
9.
That's not bad.
That's significantly improved.
Alrighty. Next up, Kai. You can go next.
All right. Well, I'm gonna shoot it. Like,
Okay. You are shooting into combat, so you are going to suffer a penalty because of that.
I'm too close. You mean?
No, they're effectively in melee combat with this thing. So it's I believe a -4 if you're going to be shooting into melee combat.
Why? I'm not in melee
Because
combat.
because I think the assumption is that because
Oh, so
you're trying not to shoot your ally,
Oh, okay. That's
you're
fair.
at a serious disadvantage hitting the enemy.
Okay, and then actually maybe I won't do that
Okay.
if that's okay. I might just try to. I mean, actually, this makes more sense. I think you said it's kind of like jelly blobish kind of thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna assume that if I like poke it, it will just like. So I'm gonna go for a stab instead with my little survival knife, a stabby stab.
Okay, you're gonna stab the gelatinous whatever the hell it is.
Yeah, and try to like slice it open like you do with
Okay.
those I don't remember the name of it, but the Japanese omelets that Kyle, you know this, right? And you slice it open and it like, that.
Okay, you're gonna go Japanese omelet.
And it's not gonna work because I got a 3 and I know I have a bonus, but it's not gonna be enough. I don't think. Omurice.
Omurice stab. It should be mentioned our now very not tanky party is in melee combat with some sort of gelatinous whatever the hell it is. This is great.
I've got Eris between me and it. It's fine.
I rolled a 3.
Now I have 9 hit points.
So.
Um,
Never mind. I know there's a bonus, but it's not gonna be good enough. So
I have 3 layers of shield and one of them's Eris.
okay. So yeah, you kind of stab air. It doesn't. You don't really hit anything.
That's fair. It just kind of like blobs out of.
Pretty much. Eris, it's your turn.
Hey, Bessie, how do we destroy it?
There's a very, very slight pause because this is technically a free action. And Leaf, across your heads up display, you say at range.
I'm good.
Okay,
Uh,
can I sort of... What?
Mick made a good suggestion. One of us just take a spoon and.
You could if you really want to.
I'm gonna try and grab Leaf and get the hell out of there. Is that a thing I can do?
You could potentially.
Disengage.
Not trying to like carry him, just like grab him and drag him along while I'm running away. Like, let's go.
Like a mama cat does to the baby cat. Says God.
Kinda. Technically, what you're wanting to do is a disengage action, which requires hang on, where'd it go? This is part of me actually typing up the combat rules finally. Did I finish disengage? I did not. Okay, essentially what you're doing is you're using your entire action to get yourself out of harm's way so that you're no longer in a threatened space by this thing. You can do that for yourself. You can't do that for someone else. So
you're just gonna say,
yeah.
bye, Leaf.
yeah, pretty much. You're only able to do that for yourself. You could try communicating with Leaf and tell him that on his next turn, get out of there, but you have just enough room to move yourself. That's it.
The thing is, as one of Leaf's layers of shielding, I don't really want to leave them here alone.
Get out. Move.
Yeah. Okay, well, in that case, if I'm going to run back towards Kai. Run away from the thing.
Kai's right next to you.
I tried to stab it. Yeah.
I forgot you tried to stab it.
Yeah.
What an insane play. Guys, we need to get the hell out of here. And I then turn around and abandon them, because that's apparently all that I can do. And run back towards the direction that Wonder the Weasel came from.
Okay. You don't get quite that far. You do manage to get out of this thing's immediate threat range where it could, slap you with whatever goop it's got. But you are no longer in melee combat with it. Currently, the only person in melee combat with it is Kai.
Can I also, after running away, stab myself with another stem pack?
No, you are out of actions. That's
why I was curious.
Yeah, that is a full round action to disengage. So the jelly, noticing that its current target has disappeared and not wanting to provoke an attack of opportunity from Kai, even though her previous attack was so very effective,
So good.
decides to slap Kai.
That's fair.
And gets a 15.
My armor class is 15, so tie goes to the runner.
I think. I think when it comes to a tie,
the attacker always wins in classic D&D at least.
In classic D&D,
it's meets beats on the aggressor's end.
I mean,
yeah,
it's more entertaining if it hits, right?
Yeah.
You can make it hit. That's fine.
It does 4 points of damage. It doesn't hurt you quite as badly.
Okay, it gives me a little slap across the face.
Which knocks you down to what?
I had full health plus 1 temp, so I'm good. I'm at 17, 18 minus. What'd you say? 5?
4.
4. Oh, 14. Sick.
Yeah.
All right. Well. Ouch.
And it should be mentioned, with the rest of this thing's turn, what it does, it kind of just sits there for a second, and you notice it gets a little bit bigger.
It's growing. Guys, it's growing. It's going to swallow us whole. It's growing. What did you roll?
I just rolled how much bigger it got.
Oh.
That's all.
Oh, no.
I promise.
Okay, well. All right. Whose turn is it?
We are back to the top of the order. Leaf, it is your turn. Your one of your shields has disappeared, bravely running away, like Sir Robin, and you've got another shield by nature of distraction.
Me? You mean?
Yes.
Oh.
By nature of distraction, you are distracting the
I'm
blob.
not actually in melee range of it at the moment, right?
If it decided to move, though, you would be.
I'm going to...
It hasn't determined... What I will say is this. It hasn't determined how much of a threat you are. It tried to ambush one person and got attacked by another person. So that's kind of how it's deciding things right now.
I'm going to back away.
Okay. You're on your own, Kai.
I'm going to back away, and then I'm going to agitate its matter a little bit. Does it have anything that resembles a face?
Shake it.
No,
It's just an amorphous blob.
it's an amorphous blob of who knows what.
Cool. Then I
like
go for kind of a central area of it, and I don't know exactly how big this thing is, but I can make a square meter of its surface area really unhappy.
Is it like a ditto?
Uh,
the right
kinda, maybe, yeah.
So anything readily flammable on it ignites, and if it has skin, it reddens for 1 point of damage.
I will say it does take 1 point of damage. Nothing ignites. And in fact, you are... Actually, no, you're in spacesuits. Okay, no, it's fine. It seems to smoke a little bit, but that's it.
Leaf, did you just light this thing on fire?
Not yet.
Okay.
All right, anything else you're going to do, Leaf? Because you backed away and used power. I think you can...
No, I think that's probably it.
All right. Then Kai, it's your turn. This thing's smoking in front of you. It's still bigger than it originally was.
How much of a damage penalty, or not damage penalty, but how much of a penalty do I take if I try to shoot it from close range?
Shooting it from close range prompts an attack of opportunity. So if you try to shoot someone in melee combat, they get a free attack against you.
Okay. I don't know. It like just kind of slapped me before, and it's like, I can handle that, but also like, do I want to? No. Do I want to try to open it up like the omelet again? I don't think it's gonna work. Kyle very much wants this to happen.
Yeah, then we have 2 of them to fight. Much more fun.
So if I move back at all, it's gonna hit me.
No, you can attempt to disengage. It's your full round. It means you wouldn't be able to do anything else.
I know, but I want to do something because it's gonna get bigger soon.
I mean, the other option is you just back away to a point where you can fire. It's really a question of whether you want to move and get an attack of opportunity or just shoot it and get an attack of opportunity.
It's fair, I guess.
So, I mean, both of those, unless you specifically take a disengage action, both of those are going to potentially cause you to take an attack.
What do you guys think? I don't know. Hold on, let me check Kai's stats. Because, yeah, strength is bad, constitution is bad, wisdom, very bad. Okay, you know what? That tracks. Okay. Just gonna just back away just a little bit and then shoot it.
Okay. It rolls.
Slap me first and then I back up.
It gets a 19.
Yeah, that hits.
And it does 7 points of damage.
Okay, that one hurt
that
more
slot.
that time. All right.
It hit you with a little bit more of its mass, apparently.
A little more oomph. Okay,
All right, and go ahead and make your attack roll.
God, I hope this hits. Hell yeah. 17 plus the laser pistol attack bonus is 6, so 23.
That's definitely a hit.
Woo.
All right. Go ahead and roll your damage, and it's going to roll a save because as far as I'm aware, you haven't turned off that stun mode yet.
No, I will never turn off the stun mode unless it's a bad idea, which it hasn't been yet, so. Ooh. Okay, the 2 d8s come out to a 13. And
okay.
Did it save on the stun or no?
It did save on the stun.
Okay.
So it looks like it just absorbs that stun energy.
Okay. But I did do 13 points of damage.
Micmification is asking, on a scale of dry ramen noodles to chicken curry, how wet and goopy is this monster? Very. Very. I mean,
It's closer to the chicken curry side.
With the exception of the intelligence, because this thing hasn't tried talking yet, think the tar monster from Next Generation.
I was literally multiple times I was going to bring that up. I was trying to find a good place to say, is this what it's like? But I couldn't quite find. It's so funny.
Yes, except it's not. It seems to be able to move on its own without whatever hit it's supposed to be in.
Nice.
All right. So,
Does it look perturbed at all by this hit? These 13 points that I just did? No?
nope.
I shoot it and I'm like, hell yeah! And I realized that it did not, it was as if it was hit by a ping pong ball, and I was like, oh no.
I mean, if anything, there was just a big puff of smoke for a second there, but it still seems to be alive.
Okay, great.
Eris, it's your turn.
Well, I was going to see, because I still have a flare. I was going to try and do what Leaf ended up doing and light it on fire with a flare or something, see if that worked. But instead, I guess I'll just have to go the old-fashioned way and try and shoot it and hope that
Or at least it's not a robot this time.
That's true. So yeah, I'm just going to shoot it with my rifle from where I am.
Go ahead, make your roll.
Okay. Oh, I was holding the wrong one for some reason. Fuck. 11.
Sadly, that does not hit.
Yeah, I know.
You shoot a little wide. Luckily, the tunnel's wide enough for I'm not going to make you guys have to roll reflex saves due to ricochet. But the bullet just kind of bounces, and then you see it pinging off the walls farther down.
Okay.
Right. That means it's the jelly's turn.
Oh no.
Which means
It's gonna try to slap me again, isn't it?
I feel like Leaf got farthest away because he didn't disengage. Did Kai move her full? Would you say she moved as far as she could?
I moved as far as I could away to shoot it, so I wouldn't get I wouldn't be at a I wouldn't take the disadvantage thing. I wanted to say that in a way that made sense in universe, but I just wanted my roll to be
get
better.
back in range to hit you again as easily.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. Well, I'm going to say because of the disengage action, Eris might not have made it as far as the rest of you. Also, it wanted Eris from the get-go, so it's going to move toward Eris, and it kind of just half hops, half slithers toward you in this awful, grotesque way, and it tries swatting at you again, and gets another 19.
Come on, what? That's so rude. I mean, my armor's 15.
Well, I mean, your character is technically stealth-based, so it makes a certain amount of sense your armor wouldn't be that high.
Yeah, okay.
And it does 8 points of damage.
1. I'm on 1 now.
Okay, all of you see Eris not doing so well.
Oh Jesus, that's bad.
All right.
It might be time for one of these class 4 stem packs, robot repair patches,
I think so.
You don't say.
All right. We're back up at the top of the order. Leaf, it's your turn.
Okay, so hold on, let me pull up the text for how this thing works, because this is not a one round thing that happened. Okay, so since we're on the second round of the effects, wood smolders and smokes, metal becomes hot to the touch, and skin blisters for 1d4 points of damage. Hair smolders, paint shrivels, water boils.
Is it gonna boil?
That general level of effect.
Okay.
So if it has roughly the boiling point of water, is boiling now.
It doesn't, but there's a lot of smoke coming off of it now. It's I mean, it's already grotesque and nasty as it is. It's smoking now too, and it's probably, without the spacesuits on, it's probably smelling awful out there. All right. Kai, your turn.
Oh boy. Okay. I want to do something fun. Feel like shooting it's boring. Also, it didn't like work that well. I don't know. I want to pull some dumb
Well, you did damage to it. It's just the stun didn't do anything.
I know, but like what I really want to do is try to like find something that works like dynamite, throw it inside of the thing, and then blow it up. But I don't really.
I'm standing right next to it.
Actually,
Oh, you're standing next to it.
I didn't
Yeah.
actually use any of my actions. I just
Oh yeah, he just
we started
updated
my
his-
turn and then just kind of skipped it.
I am so sorry. Then, Kai, we will get back to you. Leaf, Leaf, what dastardly things are you going to do to this thing?
Actually, I'm really curious about those vehicles.
Okay.
Because it's moved a little bit, right?
Yeah, it's moved away from the vehicle.
Towards me.
How wide is this tunnel?
It's a good 20 meters across. It's a wide tunnel.
So I could get around this thing pretty easily without coming in range of it.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Eris, did one of those vehicles look operational?
It kind of seemed like it was working. Maybe.
Leaf is gonna try and like work his way around to get into one of these vehicles without like while staying as far away from this blobby thing as he can.
God, Leaf just loves
Okay.
getting into cars.
Okay, I'm going to say it's going to take just a full round move action for you to do that. But you are at the one that appears to be intact. All right, and it should be mentioned Chad is talking about what you should do to eat the creature. It's
Yeah.
great. Throw salt on it.
I don't think I have any salt in my search and rescue kit, but I was looking for something.
Okay, so Kai, it is now officially your turn.
Okay. I don't want to just shoot it. That's boring. But I kind of. Am I gonna have that -4 because Eris is right next to it?
If you yes, if you're shooting from range into
God,
melee,
Eris, get out of the way.
I tried
kidding.
to leave.
I'm
and
kidding.
heaven help you if you roll a 1.
That's true. I would definitely kill him. Okay. Oh Jesus. Okay. How close is he to it? Like literally next to it?
Like, yeah, it's slapped me.
It's right next to him. It just
Okay.
walloped him pretty good.
I'm gonna do something dumb then. Because I noticed that Eris is like about to be down for the count. I'm gonna run up and I'm gonna try to kick it.
You're gonna kick it?
Try to kick it away from Eris. Yeah. Like I can't move
Oh.
Eris, but I'm gonna try to kick it away.
Technically, this is what would be called I want to say a bull rush action, because what you're trying to do is you're running into it and then you're pushing it away.
Yeah. I'm trying to do that like good soccer kick, you know what I mean? Getting through the goal.
Okay.
Or-
I will say it's
Upper
big enough. A soccer kick's not going to do anything. If anything, it would swallow your foot.
Okay. Well,
So you're going to just try and overwhelm this thing. So roll a strength contest.
okay. Well, I'm not very strong, huh? Oh, but I did get a 19.
This thing
I
only
think +0.
this thing only got an 8. So
Hell
you
yeah, punt it.
what direction you don't punt it. You are physically with it as you push it away.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, you have to be there to push it.
Okay.
So where are you pushing it? Because
The
the direction I'm assuming you're moving is kind of back toward the vehicles. You're not going to reach the vehicles, obviously, but that's kind of where you're going. Unless
Wait.
you want to change direction and like move toward one of the walls.
I mean, away from Eris,
Okay.
and also wherever Leaf is going, away from there.
Okay, so you're kind of pushing it toward
No.
Mythification says, I'll give it a nice wet hug. This is not a pleasant hug, I can promise you
Oh,
that.
I'm sure this is gonna hurt me.
Yeah, no, you push it close to one of the walls, I will say that.
Also, try not to be in contact with it on the next turn.
I have
Huh,
a spacesuit,
yeah.
but yeah,
Uh,
I'm not I'm going to touch it as little as possible. That's why I said kick. But Grant
Yep.
twisted my words.
What can I say?
As
You
Game
chose
Master
to
God
kick
grants.
Space Goop. That seems like it was a.
Well,
an
you're
iffy-
well.
I mean,
I
iffy
turn over.
proposition for the
If you're
It could have
saying
gone.
that.
It could have gone one of two ways. You either kick it, which I would count as a melee attack against it, or you shove it away. Those were the two ways I could interpret that. So
That's fair.
I went with the spirit of what you were trying to go with. If it was a smaller creature, not roughly your size, you could have probably kicked it out of the way, but it's not. It's big. It's fairly big.
That's fair.
Okay, Eris, it's your turn. You just saw Kai come out of nowhere and just push, football push this thing, down the pitch.
I'm feeling quite unwell, so I'm gonna take the class 4 robot repair patch and sort of stab it into myself. I think.
Okay, yeah, you actually lay it over one of the spots where this thing made contact, and the nanites do their work. Roll 4d8 plus 4.
Wow, that's
This
a
is-
lot.
This is more
this-
like it.
Don't
These
roll
are the
once.
good heals.
Okay.
Don't roll
8.
once.
Wait. I was rolling the wrong one.
Get those
Guys,
10 pit
I
die.
rolled a d10.
Oh,
Aw.
it doesn't count now. You coulda
No,
lied.
it doesn't. 4. 1. 7. Okay, so 16 plus 4, so 20.
20. I think that does nicely, very well.
Yeah, I'm back up to 21. I have
Nice.
health again.
You are alive for the
Okay.
moment.
Kicking is basically second base for Space Goop. Thanks, McMification. Your name is hard to say.
Okay, so I'm feeling a lot better. Leaf, what's about to happen to it?
You say that in universe?
Yeah.
As he's getting in the truck. Don't worry.
It's gonna get real hot over there.
Okay.
Maybe don't
do I,
touch.
I'm not touching it.
Do I have any more capability to get any further away from it than I currently am?
Oh yeah, you could definitely
Okay.
do that.
Yeah. Okay. Can I get towards the vehicle?
Yeah.
Can I get to the vehicle?
Yeah, you really didn't move that far away from it.
Awesome. I'm going to hop in the other seat of the vehicle.
Once again, leaving Kai.
You're
Yeah.
I look over my shoulder for a second, see him run, and I'm like, yeah, you're welcome.
Thanks.
That being said, it's now Critter's turn, and it decides to.
I mean, slap me, probably.
Yeah, it gets a 15 again, so it succeeds.
Okay.
And does.
We are level, before I find out if I die or not, we are level 4 right now, because we didn't want to start at level 1.
Yeah,
This
they
is
would not have survived this at level 1.
this is adventure 1, though. This is the first time, so we're going to be leveling up at the end of this. Hopefully, if we're still alive. Anyway, Grant,
It does 7 points of damage.
you know what that means. Time for some death saves, guys.
Okay, so it wallops Kai. You see Kai just kind of
That was
collapse to the
exactly-
ground.
That's my job.
That was exactly how many I had, by the way.
Okay, well the dice knew that.
I guess.
And instead, because I was kind of going to have it try and disengage, but instead, you notice it just kind of envelops Kai.
No. I
Oh,
hate
that's a
it.
problem.
I'm
And-
conscious, but I hate it.
So
My last
back to-
words to you guys was, "You're welcome." And I get killed.
Leaf, it's your turn.
Shit.
Help!
Everything bad that's happened has mostly either happened to Kai or to Leaf, and mostly Kai. It should be mentioned.
Yeah, because Leaf knows how squishy he is.
My wisdom is 9. I am playing the character.
Yeah,
I
see,
don't
Leaf's
think before Magnus rushes in, you know? If you watch the Adventure Zone, listened to the Adventure Zone.
Leaf is smart and squishy.
I'm
has the-
smart. My intelligence is very high. My wisdom is not.
Leaf has a high intelligence and wisdom and a very low strength and constitution. Anyways, so before anything else, before I actually do anything, third and subsequent rounds, Keeping in mind, this is just 1 square
Wait,
meter of the
I'm
surface area of this
in it
thing.
now.
So it's not its entire like internal everything. It's just the surface.
Okay.
So if she's fully enveloped inside it, she might actually not be entirely affected by this. Wood ignites, metal scorches, skin burns, and hair ignites for 1d6 points of damage. And lead, if there's any present, would melt.
You can't hurt me more, Grant. Please. I'm already unconscious.
It takes 2 points of damage.
That's it.
And you actually do see this thing light on fire. However, Kai,
I'm just chilling inside it.
yeah.
Near death.
Is any part of Kai exposed?
Not that you can see. This thing's fully enveloped her.
Honestly, thank God. I'm so glad it swallowed me. So glad I can hide in the jelly.
Hey, Bessie, can you like control this craft?
It processes for a moment, and then Bessie replies, "Not without a hardwire connection. Wireless capability has been disabled for this vehicle."
Where do I need to connect?
This is a lot to happen in a single round, but I'll give it to you. A small diagram appears of the console in front of you. It looks like there's a small port underneath. It doesn't look like the right shape for the connector you're using to connect to your suit, but there's a note next to it that Bessie leaves saying adaptive port, which could mean anything. It could mean it just adapts to your technology. Do you plug it in?
Yeah.
Okay. You hold it down there for a second, and after a moment, you try to take away the cable because you think it's not working. The cable doesn't budge, and when you look a little bit closer, it looks like part of the console has reached out and melded with the end of the cable.
Cool.
Interesting.
Do I have any action left available to me here?
Not really. Bessie's working on it, and I actually.
So that's my entire action then? Okay.
Correct. I actually need to roll initiative for Bessie now. Oh, jeez.
How did Bessie do? Not well?
We'll see.
Okay.
All right. Hi.
Yeah.
Roll your first death save, please.
I have a question.
Yes.
I'm in a jelly.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to roll death saves. Do I have to roll it now? Can I wait till I'm out of the jelly? Because I feel like it'll just kill me again.
No.
Okay.
You have to roll. You've got a little bit of time. I mean, technically, your suit has stats. It has to get through the suit.
I have a question. I didn't roll one, but I rolled a 7. So that's one down. It did teeter on the 1 and before landing on the 7. What happens if you roll a 1 again? Immediate death?
I'm a little more forgiving than that. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it.
My life just flashed before my eyes. Kai's life, I guess. But that's 1 death.
Okay, one death save failure in this case. Eris, it's your turn.
Huh.
Help. A call from the ether. Help.
But like, what can I
You can't. I don't even know how you guys are gonna fight.
You can run out and slap it with the butt of your rifle if you need to.
Can I shoot it from inside the thing?
You could, but this thing's literally enveloped Kai. So if you shoot you might be doing damage to her.
Just a reminder.
And just a reminder, it's also on fire now.
Yeah. Also, just a reminder for Michael. If you shoot somebody who's already unconscious, it's automatically critical.
Cool.
Yeah, it's a special move called a coup de grace.
Please.
Just little D&D note.
Please be careful with me.
If you hit Kai right now, she's dead.
There's like nothing I can do right now.
Hit it with the butt of your rifle.
that seems like a terrible decision while it's on fire and I have to leave.
You know what also was a
relative
terrible
safety.
decision? Kicking
Or
it.
stab her with a stim pack.
Just run over, splooch away a little bit of what's there, and then stab
Okay,
her with this.
When we first started combat, it didn't fall from the ceiling until we like shined a light on it, right?
Correct.
Have we shined any lights on it since?
I'm assuming you guys have had your lights on it more or less the entire time since you discovered it.
Okay, I just want to know if maybe there was a weakness we were unaware of.
Oh, it's definitely flammable. You've discovered that.
Yeah. It's just I don't know if I can do anything. I don't have anything that's that useful to do.
I will say the potential scenario I just kind of described and acted out, where you kind of splooch away a bit of this thing and stab Kai with a stim pack, that is something you could do.
It'll hurt him though, right?
Oh yeah,
It's
no,
on fire.
he'll take some fire damage because of it, but
I am now near death because of you, Eris. So if you want to help me out, that would be, it would be very nice. We don't want Kai to die yet, right? We like her.
I
She's
guess I will go try. I will get out of the relative safety of this vehicle
Thank you.
to go
Just
to
to
the
double check.
flammable goop. Try and scoot some of it away.
You have a
No,
space
not
suit on.
flammable, flaming.
You have a
On
space suit on.
yeah, that's what I meant. On fire goop, and try and stab the unconscious Kai with a stem pack.
Thank you.
Mhm.
I will
Just to
try and do
double
all
check.
of that. Yeah,
just to double check, you actually have a stim pack in your inventory, right?
I do.
Okay, good. Just making sure.
Class 1, class 2.
Last one.
Enough
It's
to
not
wake
very
her up.
helpful, but
That's fair.
All right, you run over there, and you kind of try and scoop away some of the stuff. You are going to take 4 points of damage
okay.
because you do get some of the burning goop monster on you. But
Okay.
you are able to access Kai and stab her with a stim pack.
Okay.
So, go ahead and roll 1d8 plus what to heal.
5.
5. You are back in the land of the living,
Oh.
and
Okay.
you are covered in goop, and it's really, really warm.
Okay, come to. And I see Eris, and I was like, what happened?
Oh, actually, I don't think you'd see him, because I think Eris would try to maybe uncover part of your arm or something. So it's just darkness that you wake
Okay.
up to, and the feeling of something stabbing into your upper arm.
Okay, then I think I might be dead.
Okay.
It's just very dark. Okay, cool.
That being said, Eris, since you did that, the jelly's aware of you again.
Yeah.
And it actually does two things. One of them kind of dumb. It tries to move away onto the wall of the tunnel, and that allows you an attack of opportunity.
Oh, awesome.
Yes, you can. It depends what you've got at hand. Do you have your rifle ready to go or something like that?
Presumably, but isn't Kai still enveloped?
Just don't.
No, it leaves Kai behind.
It
Oh, it
leaves
did?
Kai.
Mhm.
Then absolutely, I'm gonna try and shoot it. Is
Oh,
it
'cause
still
I
close
was-
enough that it's in melee range, though?
I'm ready to
No.
unzip it from the inside.
Then yeah.
the reason it prompted the attack of opportunity is it's trying to get the hell out of there.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna shoot it with my rifle.
All right, roll.
10. Even after the +6. This is absurd.
The gunshot echoes. You see the bullet kind of just ricochet down the rest of the tunnel. You miss. And it also, because what's it going to do? It also what am I going to say? You notice it ripple for a second, and the fire seems to die down a little bit.
Has it been getting bigger still?
Actually, it looks like the fire stopped that.
Oh, that's good.
However, you really haven't done that much actual damage beyond the laser pistol shot and that one bit of fire damage that it took.
Fair. Whose turn?
All right. Actually, next up is Bessie's turn.
Bessie.
Bessie did not roll well. So, Leaf, you're the only person in the vehicle right now. All of a sudden, the entire thing lights up. And you feel it shift underneath you. The hatch just rotates closed. And there's a low-pitched humming. And you notice all of the dust just fall away from it all at once. And the vehicle kind of turns to face what's going on next to the wall, and what looks like a set of very bright headlights turn on, illuminating the creature. And that's all that happens on Bessie's turn. Back to the top of the order. Leaf, you are now inside this thing, and there's no way out.
The door's shut?
Yep, the door's shut. You could probably ask Bessie to let you out, but the door is shut currently.
Run it over.
Okay, interesting question here. Because our suits have wireless communication,
Correct.
and Bessie has wireless communication.
Technically, no. Well, actually, no. The computer is technically wired in, so now technically Bessie does have yes. Bessie has wireless communication now, and Bessie knows the address of your suit, so yeah, they can communicate to you.
Cool.
I just had to run through the logic in my head really quick to make sure I knew what I was talking about.
Because it's all our technology, like it's all compatible.
More or less, yes.
Yeah, I guess. Okay, first of all, I'm gonna ask Bessie if it's in control of this thing.
Control has been established. Is displayed across the screen.
Lovely.
Attempting deterrent protocol.
Ooh. Is that going to be safe for the other two?
Projected 99% chance of safety of fellow crewmates.
Good enough. Please, by all means, carry on.
All right. Is Leaf going to do anything specific? Or
Leaf,
just...
give me just 1 sec to double check something.
Mm-hmm. By the way, what happens on this turn with the thing you're using?
Yeah.
Oh, how far away is the, what's it called from me?
Say about 10 meters or so, something like that.
The omurice, you mean?
Another 1d6 points of damage, and it just keeps being on fire and being really hot.
Okay, it takes 1 point of damage.
How's this thing looking? I guess it's a blob, but like, are there little chunks out of it now?
Blobby.
Like, is it
If anything, it looks like it has lost a little bit of mass.
Okay.
It's a little bit smaller than when you first saw it.
And still on fire.
Oh, still very on fire.
Hey Bessie, if you can do it without, affecting what you're doing, could you maybe pull up the controls of this thing for me so I can understand how it works?
You notice a download begins to your suit computer.
Lovely.
And it looks like just text that is translating itself on the go, from this weird alien language that seems to be on the panel to something that seems relatively normal to you. It's a lot to take in, so it would take you a decent amount of time to understand the controls of this vehicle.
I would like to use my auto hypnosis skill for the first time in this campaign to try and memorize the information faster.
Go ahead and roll it. I need to look up auto hypnosis so I know what on earth I'm doing.
Memorize is DC 15.
Okay,
Um,
there it is.
and that is a 13 plus 8 is 21.
Okay, yeah, okay.
And I can give you the exact description of what that entails, but it basically means you can memorize it can memorize other particularly difficult information faster and approximately like
Each successful check
page-ish.
allows you to memorize a single page of text up to 800 words.
Yeah.
I'm going to say you know how to turn it on and off, and how to turn on the lights,
Cool.
and operate the doors. I think that's all fair for a single page.
Cool.
All right. Leaf's turn being done. Kai, welcome back to the land of the living. You are currently prone after being gooped by this thing. Yeah, you notice actually when you look at your spacesuit, there are patches where it looks like it was beginning to get dissolved away.
Oh God. Okay, cool. I think, well, just gonna wipe my eyes off a little bit.
Yeah, there is definitely a film on your helmet.
On the visor, yeah. Okay, question. When I'm prone, do I take a disadvantage of any sort to attacks?
I'm gonna say you can still shoot just
Okay,
fine.
cool,
Um,
yeah.
it just means you can't really get up and move.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get up yet. I think it's far enough away from me, right? It's trying to retreat.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna, yeah, I'm gonna be like, you stupid motherfucker. I'm gonna shoot it.
Roll your attack.
Kai is very upset that she knows Alpha Team doesn't almost die this much. And like, she's not super hyped about that.
I mean, hell, Beta and Delta Team don't normally almost die this much either.
I know. 15.
15, that's a hit.
Hell yeah. Okay. I shoot that bad. Oh wait, no, it's higher than 15 actually. Just kidding. I looked at the wrong thing. It's like 17. But anyway, 2d8, and you have to see if it saves that stun. 10 points of damage.
Okay.
Does she save?
It did not save actually,
Oh,
and technically
four.
it gets advantage against this sort of thing because it's not your normal biology.
That's fair.
It's stunned for 4 rounds, so it just kind of gets covered in not only flame but just arcing electric shocks and unsuctions from the side of the wall and kind of just slithers down to a point on the floor of the tunnel.
Hell yeah! I love this stun gun. Woo!
All right, Eris, it's your turn.
Yeah.
This thing is entirely vulnerable right now.
Let's just.
Yeah,
pump
can I like... So it's obvious to me that it's entirely vulnerable.
Oh yeah, it's kind of just convulsing.
So does that make it significantly easier to shoot it?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna shoot it with
All
my
right.
rifle.
All right.
Nat 20 plus the
Okay.
finally all those low rolls.
Roll your damage and then multiply that times 2.
Awesome. Okay.
Actually, yeah. Okay.
10,
The multiplying times 2 might not be.
9,
We'll see.
2. Okay, 11 was the damage. I got.
Okay. It ends. I shouldn't have said multiply by 2 because this thing doesn't take that much damage from piercing or slashing, and you're using piercing damage technically. So it still takes 11
still
points
got
of
11.
damage. You knock a whole ton of this stuff off and just splatter the back of the wall with it. It looks very small right now. It's if you were to say what it looks like compared to an animal, it's maybe cat size. It's not very
Still on
big
fire,
anymore.
right?
Oh, very on fire. All right, next up. The jelly can't do anything. Bessie just follows it with the light. So you've got a nice, good spotlight on this thing the entire time.
Bessie, can you try to run it over or something? Or Leaf? I don't know who's in control of that big honker over there, but
I think
Leaf,
it'll be dead soon.
Yeah, Leaf, over your headset it says, this vehicle technically hovers. Ground-based collision, improbable.
What she said.
Can we hear that?
I'm going to assume Leaf translates this to you. Anyway, back to the top of the order. Leaf, are you going to keep memorizing?
Yeah, so also whatever that thing is takes another 1d6 of damage.
Okay. That's 4. This thing. This thing's about the size of a rat now, and it's still very on fire.
Is it my turn?
And now, yeah, while Leaf's just kind of like doing this thing, yeah, he's gonna keep memorizing stuff, I guess.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
Yeah, that doesn't. Okay, so I rolled a 11.
Okay.
So, just to be clear, am I rolling to memorize, or am I rolling to? This is still the auto hypnosis roll, not the. Just like you're trying to learn things roll, or is that the same thing?
I was assuming this was auto hypnosis.
Okay, just double checking. Yes, that
So
is
I'm
what I
gonna
assumed it was as well. So that doesn't meet the DC, so it's normal rate then.
Yeah, you learn one thing. You learn how to control yaw on this thing. Yeah, yaw is just straight left and right rotation.
Gotcha.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Pitch is up and down, roll is side to side.
Thank you.
Yep, you're welcome.
Oh.
So I learned
Yaw.
2 things.
It's real time.
All right, Kai, your turn.
You know what I'm gonna do?
Kill it.
I'm gonna get up, and it's at my whole action. No, right? Getting up.
It's your move action. You're not able to move.
Okay. Oh well, I want to step on it to get it back. Will you give me that, Grant? Will you give me the satisfaction of stepping on it?
Okay, you take a
It just
full
ripped
round
my
action.
headphones out, so I can't hear you. Hold on. Okay.
Okay, you take a full round action to stand up, walk over to this thing, and perform a coup de grace against it. I'm not gonna even have you roll damage because it's got very little health. You just step on it, the fire goes out, and there's kind of a just splat.
I'm gonna say
of
payback,
black.
bitch. Step on it.
Hey, at least you didn't try eating it. That would have been ultimate payback.
Oh yeah.
All right. So yay, you survived
Barely.
the alien pudding monster.
I'm sorry. I know I should be more, but like you were gonna die, and I don't know. I have to practice restraint. We're never gonna
Mickification
know
says,
what it tastes
but what does it taste like?
Here, I'll do this. Will it? Do I have a little pouch somewhere?
I'm gonna say
safe?
you have like small sample kits each that you could probably scoop something into.
Yeah, I'll
It's
scoop it
standard
up.
away team stuff.
I'll scoop it up. I'll put it away for testing later, and I'll see if I can make someone eat it. Mick.
Okay, you scoop it up
God,
into a
I'm
little test
pathetic.
tube. And as you're putting it away, you notice that little bit that you got moves.
Okay.
So it's secure. You secure the test tube. Nothing's happening, but it moves.
It's valuable. I'm taking Michael your face as Eris reacting to what I'm doing.
Fair.
It's valuable scientific information. Also, I want to
We
make
saw
sure.
it grow from nothing.
I know, but
It
if
could keep doing that.
I don't
Does
think
this mean I shouldn't finish killing it?
it's dead.
I mean, technically, it's still got a psionic power on it.
Oh, true. Bioterrorism.
Oh my god.
Yeah, this is gonna end like Jurassic Park ended, where
Bioterror.
the
This is
book-
turning into my other campaign.
Oh my.
That makes me curious now. Okay. So, okay, are you going to continue this psionic power now that you saw Kai step on it? Or are you going to... What are you going to do? Leaf.
I would turn it off so it doesn't happen to wherever I put my little sample pack.
Yeah, no, we'll as long as we're very sure it's dead.
Oh yeah, from what you can see, beside whatever Kai did, stooping down and scooping something up, it looks pretty dead. There's nothing animating and trying to murder people, and all of the flame has gone out. So whatever got splattered all over the place seems to have just burnt to a crisp.
Yeah, we'll just kind of leave the power behind.
Okay. The power dissipates. What all are you going to do? You have a working alien vehicle. You guys have never seen anything like this before. In fact, it kind of it stays hovering, but it opens up the hatch again so that you can leave.
I missed part of that. My internet connection just dropped for a second.
Okay, so I was just asking what you guys are going to do. You have a working alien vehicle, something you have never seen before in your entire time as an away team or even as human beings. And it's, it kind of just hovers steady for a little bit. The side hatch opens, and Leaf, you can get out if you want to.
Guys, look what I did. Look what me and Bessie did. Get in.
I
thought it had like 2 seats.
They always have 2 seats. Always.
It's actually got 4 seats.
Oh, thank
okay.
God. Okay. But I am gonna I'm not gonna get in yet. Do we know that Bessie's not gonna shut the door to kill us? I mean, I guess they want to talk to us. Grant just rolled for something, didn't he?
No.
Oh, okay.
I think that was someone else putting on their dice.
Oh yeah, that was me. My bad.
I thought you rolled something. I was like,
It's okay. It's okay. I know I'm doing my job as a GM if my players are paranoid by this dice.
I am. Leave. Oh wait, no. I had a question for Game Master Grant. Does this count as a ground vehicle and therefore like a drive or like a piloting vehicle?
Technically, I think it is drive.
Oh, okay.
So
it
should
doesn't
take control of this.
Yes.
Well, Bessie's already driving.
It should be mentioned, Bessie actually, this is on your display again, Leaf, says, "You are at your destination."
Oh.
And I will harken back to the fact that there is a passage in the side of the tunnel that's been there the whole time. It's just you encountered something that wanted to eat one of you.
Wait, does Bessie want us to go down there or?
Mm-hmm. That
was like an in universe.
Yeah, that's the okay. Sorry, go ahead. That was in your universe.
I need to get better at my character voice. Does Bessie want us to like go down there, or did they just want us to see these?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, right.
Also, before we go, Leaf, I know you've been messing with this thing, but do you mind if I give it a once over? I would like to do a I don't know if it would be a repair or something else, research sort of thing, just to I know we don't know a lot about these things and we've never seen it before. Can I recognize what it would was it intended as a mining vehicle or is this something totally different kind of thing?
I'm gonna say this. I'm not gonna make you roll for anything, but intuitively your characters would come to the conclusion that this seems pretty bare bones. It's got a control system. It's got 4 seats. It doesn't seem to have much else. There could be other tools built in that you just haven't seen, but there's nothing obvious. It looks like it's meant for transportation. It looks like it looks like it's a high-tech car.
That's okay. That's very odd. Okay. Are we taking the car down the passageway? Are we taking a walk?
I will say the passageway is not wide enough for that vehicle.
So we're not going to take the car, so shall we walk, folks?
I suppose so.
Yeah.
Leaf, you feel something nuzzle your back, and it turns out wonder finally returns.
Leaf, if you have a dog with you, or whatever we're calling this thing, you need to train it to help us when things attack us.
It gave us plenty of warning that the thing was dangerous.
By running away.
As it dropped on top of Eris.
Yeah, at the same time that I warned Eris.
Hey, wonder's a good Is Wonder a boy or a girl? Space Weasel.
You
Do we
have
know?
Wanna
no
check?
idea. You have no idea whether you could check. I mean, there's a lot of studying you have not done about this creature. You just know it likes ration packs.
Hey Bessie, before I go, can you also what's is Wonder here?
We can call Wonder a good boy, spelled BOI. The gender neutral boy.
You know what? We're going with that.
Yeah.
Yes, and it should be
Good
mentioned
boy,
that
Wonder.
Bessie says something about not being connected to the main database, therefore cannot answer question.
That's fair.
Can I disconnect Bessie from the vehicle and reconnect Bessie to my suit?
You request it, and the vehicle actually relinquishes control of the cable, and you're able to do that. It should be mentioned when that happens, the vehicle returns to essentially a standby state.
All right.
Since I now know how, I'm going to actually turn off the vehicle.
Okay. It slowly lowers to the ground, and all of the lights turn off except for a single light on the front console that is blinking yellow.
Okay.
All right. So you go down the passage, and it's fairly unadorned. You still see these pulses of blue radioactivity light going through it. Your Geiger counters still don't go off. And it goes on for a little way. However, just beyond it, when you reach the end, you find an octagonal room and it's roughly 6 meters in diameter. Along all of the walls on the right and left are benches made of some unknown material. They're not entirely sure what it is. Doesn't look like metal. Doesn't look like rock. It's something very different.
It's vibranium. Sorry.
Technically a metal.
That's true.
The room itself isn't terribly well lit. However, you do notice that there's an eerie light filtering from a small dome at the center of the room. As you approach, it flickers and then flashes a little bit, and the image of a humanoid form materializes in front of you. Everyone roll a spot check for me, please.
While we do that, just want to point out, because this is an astronomy stream, so time for the one astronomy fact. In astronomy, everything that's not like hydrogen or helium is a metal. So when you said vibranium's metal, like, is it a metal? It's a metal if it's not hydrogen or helium.
Okay, good to know. I will. So technically, these benches are made out of a metal of some kind. You just don't know what it is.
At least
I like
for the
thinking that they're
astronomy.
just frozen goo, like the creatures that we saw.
They are black.
17.
18.
13.
Kai, you realize this thing is an exact copy of you. It's mimicking your spacesuit, including all of the bite holes from when you were fighting off the weasel monsters, and a couple of the melted spots where the goop monster tried eating you. It's more or less just created an image of you.
Grant, I needed a spot check of 18 to find that out. Or were you gonna give it to me with like 3? Because like I do know what I look like.
People like dogs when dogs see their own.
It's not the kind of hologram that you're used to.
Okay.
So just to be clear here, we're
Yes.
standing here looking at Kai, and we do not notice the speck.
No, it looks
Okay.
to you guys, it looks like almost solid white light.
Oh, I see.
Hi, you're able
Cool.
to see beyond just the glaring blindingness of this.
Okay.
Um,
I think I recoil back a little bit. And I'm just like, holy shit.
Okay. Does anyone move further into the lobby, or are you just observing this strange thing?
Is it like right in front of us? Or like
Yeah, it's right in the center of the lobby, above that dome in the middle.
I think I'm gonna do that classic thing of when somebody sees like a mimic of themselves and like do a little like, is this a mirror or?
It looks like it's watching you, but it's not mirroring you.
Okay. She puts her hand
Kai,
down.
what are you doing?
I don't know. It looked like it was a mirror or something. I just wanted. I don't know what's going
It's
on.
a bright light. What are you talking about?
No, it's me. It's
Huh?
a hologram of me. Look
Hate to
with
break
your
it to
elf
you, but
eyes.
Definitely not. Can I do a knowledge, I guess technology
Sure.
check here.
Yeah, go ahead and roll it.
You guys think I'm having a mental breakdown or something because I see myself in a white light?
19.
19?
You had a near-death experience
I
recently.
was near a white light.
Okay, with a 19, I'm going to say this. You obviously recognize it as some sort of hologram. You're just not sure exactly what is projecting the image. The way you guys have holograms, it's usually light. This feels a little bit more dense and corporeal than what you're used to seeing. If you were to compare this to a hologram of the ship's command AI, Wadsworth, they would not look the same. Wadsworth, it kind of shimmers and you can sort of see through them. This thing is completely opaque.
Okay.
So it's, again, really high tech, but similar to what you've got.
Can I just say, like, are you Bessie? I mean, you look like me, but are you Bessie?
It makes no response.
Do you want to chat?
It makes no
It's
response.
not.
It's still just watching you.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Bessie, what are we supposed to do?
Bessie types alarm mechanism.
Alarm mechanism.
So we should alarm the mechanism?
Mickification says hug
It's an
time.
alarm mechanism.
Oh, never mind.
Wait, it says what?
Kai puts her pistol back. I don't know if it was out, but make sure that it's holstered. And it's just like, we are friends of Bessie. It's fine.
You walk toward it?
Like,
What was that most recent? I didn't
2
hear
Hey,
most recent
feet.
this
that
is
was
an
said.
alarm
Toward it.
system. Please don't move.
well, no, we don't.
You take a step toward it,
One
and
step. That's enough.
and all of a sudden, with a screech, it just seems to rush at you. And everyone make a will save really quick.
No. No.
Okay.
I'm gonna pass out again. Oh no, I am strong-willed.
One moment.
19.
What do you... Oh, never mind. 18.
Leaf.
Working on it.
Oh yeah, you have the virtual dice.
That is a 14 plus. That's a 21.
Jesus.
Okay. You are all unaffected, but you get the sense that if you weren't prepared for this, it would have freaked you out.
I mean, it still freaked me out a little bit. But...
Yeah, it still freaks you out, but it's not to the point where you're literally shaken by it.
Yeah.
As it rushes through you, Kai, it actually passes through you and dissipates into mist. The room goes dark.
Wow, I hated that.
It
Turn
should be-
on the lights.
It
What
should
did
be
that feel
mentioned.
like?
What? Yeah, that's a great question. Want me roll for it?
You
What did that feel like?
You felt nothing. It was like, if anything, you felt maybe a breeze.
Like a nothing. Like a breeze. Like a ghost.
It should be mentioned, Wonder is hiding behind all three of you.
If just like
He's
reaches
got the
down
right.
and scratches Wonder behind the ears.
Mm-hmm.
He's got
Okay.
the right.
All right. Do you do anything else in this room, or do you move on?
Yep. Bessie, what was that?
An alarm mechanism.
Will there be more of them?
That was the only one.
Okay.
Okay.
I think I'm
Well,
gonna.
it was
Who did that
certainly alarming.
alarm?
What
It's
did you
meant to.
guys say?
It's meant to deter lower life forms.
Fair enough. Moving
Like,
on.
Wonder here.
Yeah, that's. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Let's keep
great.
going.
Love that it shows my face.
In all honesty, it shows one of you at random. So it's at the far end of this room. There is another passage into what looks like a hallway. The hallway branches out on either side, and there is another door opposite you. And this door opposite you looks like it's partially open.
Oh. You got us this far, Bessie. Which way should we go?
They process for a second and they say left.
All right.
Your left or mine? Just kidding.
Okay, you follow the hallway down. You end up at a T junction To your left, there looks like another cave-in, although you think you can see through it to the other side, where there's another door. To your right is another hallway with a series of a dozen doors leading off of it. And the hallway just continues beyond those doors.
Do I need to keep
You're right,
asking
Bessie.
Bessie every time?
Well,
I mean, it's up to you.
no.
You
mean,
can explore this. I've
absolutely.
created all of these rooms. You can explore this.
Grant put a
Bessie
lot of
left
effort
or
into
right?
this.
Hey, but Bessie, is there anything like that is there any way we shouldn't go?
I mean, the response is priority should be to turn right.
In the cave-in?
That's the direction that has the 12 rooms, right?
No.
Correct.
Oh, okay, my bad. Okay. All
Works
right.
for me.
I think I'm gonna walk up to the first door. I mean, that way, but the first door on the left side. And knock, I guess.
Actually, all of the doors are open.
Oh.
And what you see through that door is it's a fairly small room. It's got some sort of vertical tube in the far end. It actually, yeah, it's a vertical tube in the far end. There's another door in the wall on the right that is closed in this case, and then some sort of strange device, strange square device about waist height with a hollow square hole in the top that seems to lead to some sort of pad.
Okay. These.
You're not entirely sure what these things are. You could run some checks on them to determine what they are.
This is like all the rooms look the same though.
As far as you can tell, yes. You can only see this one and the one opposite it.
Okay. I'm gonna see if I know what the hell this thing is in the middle of the room.
Okay.
I mean, or not. Maybe I probably don't know what it is, but like, can
The tube
figure
or
it out.
the tube or the cube-like thing.
The cube.
Okay.
What do you want me to roll for that?
Technically, this is knowledge technology to kind of figure it out.
I have that. I have physics and I have
You-
streetwise.
or it's repair to try and take it apart.
Maybe don't take apart the alien
I don't
technology.
think I want to take it apart. What about
Or you could
research?
just see if there are buttons that you can press. I mean, research is also another thing.
Press the button. Press the button.
Take a leaf out of Leaf's book.
What
Perhaps?
can I do a
Sorry.
knowledge? Can I do if I don't?
Technically, you can't use knowledge skills untrained.
Okay.
You could also just
Technically.
call me over.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
Leaf is like whispering this under his breath.
I
Leaf
look at
trailing Leaf with Wonder the Weasel trailing behind him, comes in there, and there is a button panel similar to what you saw in that vehicle. You can try tapping it.
Do I recognize? Are there symbols anywhere? Do I recognize any of this?
You suspect from what you did capture, the on symbol should be in the bottom left.
And this panel is on the wall of the room or on the device?
It's on the device. You kind of have to bend over to actually access it.
Hey, Bessie, is this gonna kill me? Leaf says as he presses the on button.
That's the way to
You-
do it.
You get the response potentially as the little light panel kind of flickers on, and this cavity inside illuminates bright white. However, it beyond a slight humming noise, you don't really see anything else. There are a series of option tabs with alien script next to each one of them.
So, Bessie, could you elaborate on that slightly, please?
Bessie processes for a second and provides some translations, but does not seem to fully understand them. It looks like one just makes no sense. It's a bunch of proper names that you don't understand. The other is hang on, I have to figure out what this is. The other is roughly translated to bowl, and another one is roughly translated to utensil. And you can continue on, but there are just object names over and over and over again.
Is this just a kitchen table? And
Leaf presses the one for bowl.
The humming increases, and the bright white light kind of intensifies, and then it fades away, and you find a bowl inside this cavity.
These are just like apartments.
Is this box portable?
No.
It does not look like it is, no. You kind of shove it back and forth. It does not budge.
Okay.
However, the bowl is still there.
Is there still an options menu?
Yes. However, it looks like I can't say grayed out. It looks like they're kind of faded out at the moment.
I'm gonna take the bowl out.
They're no longer faded out.
Okay, what other there's bowl, utensil. Is it all kind of householdy stuff, or is there anything kind of weird on the list that is still recognizable?
A lot of it's householdy stuff. You get the sense that some of this stuff is being lost in translation somewhere. There's something that says time face mechanism. There's another thing that says container with another random strange word next to it. It's kind of a best guess.
Leaf's gonna press the one for time face mechanism.
Okay. The thing revs up and goes white again, and then when it's done, you find this odd little triangular device. It doesn't seem to really have anything except a single touch surface in the middle of it.
Leaf's gonna pick it up.
All right. Simply picking it up doesn't do anything.
And inspect it.
It seems to be made out of some sort of metal alloy. You're not entirely sure what. It doesn't look machined at all.
Okay.
And it's triangular. It's about I want to say 3 centimeters to a side and about half a centimeter thick.
Leaf's gonna push the button.
Okay. It flashes, and all of a sudden you've got a very similar hologram-like image, almost opaque holograms of what looks like a solar system.
Oh.
Ooh.
And I will say this, it does not look like the solar system you're in.
Ooh.
Interesting. I am trained in knowledge of Earth and life sciences. Can I see if I recognize the solar system?
Earth and life sciences is, I think of that in terms of biology and geology, paleontology, that sort of thing.
All right.
I mean, you can
it's
try.
Not Earth's solar system either, right?
Correct. I'm just Earth and life sciences. I mean, not necessarily Earth itself, but the sciences behind that.
All right. Well then,
Guys,
Yes.
putting this out there as a totally crazy thing that's maybe true at some point. Is there some like teleportation thing between here and somewhere else maybe?
I don't know about that, but I'm pretty sure if
I don't know, but they have
bowls.
bowls. Actually, Leaf's gonna press the utensils button.
Okay. The humming sounds really weird now. And you think you hear some sort of short circuiting happening. The white light that normally appears is kind of flickering, and when it's done, you just see mangled metal in the bottom of this thing, and it's no longer lit up. It actually shuts down completely.
Oops.
Can
Leaf's gonna back away slowly.
Okay. Kai's going to go back out into the hallway and just like, since the doors are all open, just check and see if all of these are in fact the same. Like,
they are all the same. There are a lot of the rooms in the middle look like they've had complete ceiling collapses, so you can't get in them. Some of them are looking in fairly decent condition. The ones at the end, luckily for you, the biodroids don't run out at you, but looks like the remaining biodroids are there. And in the 2 rooms at the far end, they are Actually, no, 3 rooms at the far end. Each one has them clustered around the tube in the corner of these rooms, and they seem to be maintaining something.
Hey, Bessie, what's those tube things?
Wait, you guys don't know that I saw this, right? You guys are down the hall.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
As far as I'm aware, Kai just went to check this out.
What do you see out there?
The biodroids don't seem to notice.
Okay, I creep back towards them. I just go, there are like, how many were there?
I've lost count. I want to say like there are 8 of them.
There are like 8 biodroids, like alive that way.
Okay, great. Hey, Bessie, is that why you brought us here?
Not exactly, but they are your goal. They are caring for your goal.
And what is our goal?
We don't know.
You are missing crewmates, correct? Follow my instructions and follow my instructions,
Kai's
and
just let's go.
and your goal will be released to you.
Kai's gonna
What's
go run back over there because I'm an idiot and be like, wait, what? And just run into whatever room is the closest room that she saw the biodroids in.
Closest room? Okay, yeah, it's going to be 3rd room from the end, more or less.
Okay.
You go in. The biodroids don't exactly stop you, but they do make a barrier between you and this tube. And on the inside, you can see the face of one of your fellow away team members. They seem to be in a stasis of some kind.
Okay, I run in. I'm just
Although you recognize it is not cryostasis. There are no ice crystals.
okay. Hey, hi, sorry to interrupt whatever you're doing. I am not a hostile. Hello, that is mine, one of my friends. Does anyone talk here?
They just stare at you.
Great. Can I have
barring
that?
your
Well, Kai is off doing all of that.
Leaf's gonna walk over to Kai.
Okay. What's Eris doing?
As we're doing this, I'm just gonna ask Bessie, what's the next instruction? Bessie said, follow my instructions.
Bessie says, continue down corridor, make a right at next intersection.
Ah.
Also,
Leaf's
really
just
quick.
gonna go. Oh, go ahead.
We just got a follower. Thank you, Drew Bianco, for joining the Teach Astronomy family. Welcome. Anyway, Leaf is going.
Welcome to the adventure.
Yes.
I'm gonna go. Just duck my head in and look and make sure that these crew members look like they're alive or like not visibly damaged.
The one who's in the pod stasis pod that Kai's currently in the room with, you recognize that as Chris Maxim, the team scout. He looks a little beaten up. The other 2 look fairly okay, although one of them you only see the top of their head. It's probably the last dwarf member. And Kai, the 2 robots who are guarding that tube in front of you shake their heads in unison at you.
Like, no.
Mm-hmm.
Kai.
Wait, can you guys understand me? Just a yes or a no?
They speak in unison. It's actually kind of creepy. They say, hang on, what do they say? The intelligence understands you.
Okay.
The unity comprehends.
Okay. Question for you. Well, a few. That's my friend. Are you hurting my buddy there? Are you gonna kill him? And
They are being maintained.
sick. Cool.
They will be returned to you better than we received them.
Amazing. Oh, that's excellent. Thank you so much. Question number 2. What is the intelligence? What is that? Can you explain?
Follow the corridor.
Yeah, okay.
Make a right.
That's fair. Okay. All right.
Leaf's already walking down the corridor.
Yeah, I know he is.
Yeah, I'm with Leaf.
I'm following.
Okay.
I back out of the room very slowly. Okay, thanks. Bye.
This might be the a good time to stop.
No, wait.
things
Let
here.
Grant weave his
Okay.
tail.
Okay.
Okay, I will give you this last thing. So you make the right that you're told to, and continue down another corridor. At the end, a door lies open to you, and beyond you see lights. As you enter the room, you find yourself confronted with what look like 9 square columns going floor to ceiling. Each one of them is blinking in and out with the same sort of inlaid technology that you've seen throughout this place. However, instead of the iridescent blue that you've been seeing, it's all a bright white. And as you continue to watch, wisps of this light seem to cross between them silently, back and forth over and over and over again. And when you walk in, you hear a confusion of noises for a moment. It sounds like 1,000 different languages being spoken all at once, until finally they resolve into a single voice. Welcome. Please make yourselves comfortable. Behind you, the door closes, and you notice that out of the floor that used to be just floor, 3 seats have risen out of nothing.
Leaf sits down on the floor and leans back against one of the seats.
Okay.
It's a brain. That's or like it's something like that.
All right. I take a seat.
I also take a seat and look at Leaf
Welcome.
disapprovingly.
It has been so long since I had anyone to speak with. And that's where we'll end it.
Woo, mysteries. Okay. Grant, the reveal. Did you roll any crits or nets?
I did not. So right now we're dead even.
Well, okay.
Okay, everyone start rolling till you roll a
no.
1 or a 20.
No, because I think the only people who voted on it was Lynn Jersey and me. Because I wanted to
I
add
got a
some
1
fun.
eventually.
So I'm gonna give it to.
Wait, we're allowed to vote?
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh, okay.
I wanted to throw some fun in there. So I'm gonna.
technically I can't vote because I'm your GM, and I might be tempted to steer things one way or another, so I don't vote on those.
Lynn Jersey gets
That's
it.
how it works.
Woo.
I mean, we also shouldn't vote on some of them. Like, will Leaf press a button?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Probably
I just
be
wanted
a
to-
bad one
Those ones.
Because the last time everyone voted on one, and so I wanted to give people a chance to actually win something instead of just getting their points back. But yeah, but thank
We'll
you
come
guys.
up with more stuff.
Yeah.
That is the thing we need to do, by the way. Set our channel point things to be.
Yes.
more interesting
Yeah. If anybody has any suggestions for, I know we didn't have too many people chatting in chat today. But if anybody has any suggestions for things that we can do for like custom channel points, let us know. If you don't know what those are, the channel points is that like little circle with a number next to it down below your chat. And you can like get like the, highlight a message or something like that, but we want to do fun stuff. So let us know if you have any suggestions for either the big ones or the smaller ones. Like we could do a community goal thing too. That could be fun. And you can tell us that either here on a stream or on our Discord, which is linked down below. Or I guess you could tweet at us or whatever, Instagram. I don't know. I don't care. All of that is linked in the About page. As far as the rest of, well, no, not the rest of the week because it's Friday. Happy Friday, everybody. Enjoy your weekend. But as far as next week goes, we are going to be having a regular gaming stream on Monday. I'm going to be playing more Outer Wilds. It's been a week since I've played, and I have forgotten everything, so that'll be fun. And then we're actually skipping Wednesday stream because I'm going to be flying across the country. Unless Michael wants to stream with somebody else.
I maybe can. I
Okay.
don't know. We'll need to discuss this afterwards. There
Yeah.
may or may not be a stream on Wednesday.
You can check our channel schedule, and you can also check Twitter or Instagram, stuff like that, for updates on if we're going to have a stream on Wednesday or not. And Friday, we will be back with some more D&D in space. But I think that's everything. Follow if you're so inclined, if you're new here. Subscribe if you are even more so inclined. And yeah, I think that's it. You guys have anything to say?
I don't think so.
Not
But
really.
definitely
thanks.
excited for next
Yeah.
week.
Yeah, thanks everyone for hanging out. I will say, next week is probably going to be the end of mission 1. So, going to be wrapping up a few things, tying up loose ends and nice tidy knots. Hopefully, we'll see. And that will be it for this first adventure of the OA team of Starship Endurance. So,
Very exciting.
see you then.
Bye, everybody.